Hi, I'm Jade, and today we're going to go over the stretch routine I use with clients or incorporate into my massages when they are laying face up. So usually I like to start with the legs and gently just place the arm like this. And as always, when you're stretching, tell the client to let you know if it's too much and you can stop. And I just kind of push towards the whole key is, I always think of stretching like a dance. If the client can relax into you, it will flow much better. And you're the leader, like who's leading when dancing. But when they resist or fight, it becomes really hard. And encourage the client to breathe in and out. It'll help relax the muscles. And I like to hold it for a few seconds and then gently release down a little bit more. And then release. You're gonna, basically the client will kind of let you guide it down and then press up. So you're almost like you're going to hit the armpit or reaching towards the armpit with the knee. I like to hold each of the stretches for a minimum of like 5 breaths. Depending on what each client may come in for, you may do these stretches longer. The other thing is you can simply incorporate them into the massage, so you will find your way of draping to do this. Or sometimes I like to just do the whole stretching and compression before they disrobe and get underneath the sheet. And then the third is a little farther out. And imagine you're kind of pushing the leg up towards the shoulder. Sometimes a client's hip will the opposite hip will rise right up. So you might want to come back in a little bit. You can hold it with this arm and compress with the other. And once here, you can slowly kind of loosen it out there and then place the foot down, like so you're in a 4 position. I like to do compressions here, just on but be gentle on the inner thigh, because this can be very tight on clients. And a little of this too. Some of you might be familiar with these from like Thai yoga moves or shiatsu type moves. Compression can be extremely useful in warming up the muscles and getting people ready for more of a deep tissue massage or to get deeper into stretches. And then bend it up. Every movement should be nice and slow, and then stretch it up one more time. Release it out. And I like to bend the leg up just a little bit. And so you need to, some people won't be able to, so there'll be a little micro bend in that knee, and that's okay. And you can lower it down. And place it so the foot's nice and flat. I sometimes will get up on the table and place my knee there, so otherwise it will slide on the table. And then just gently pull. So you take your fingers, clasp them around, and you're doing that motion where you're kind of pinching up the muscle and gently lean back. So the client will feel the stretch in the hip, and you might feel a stretch in the back. I find incorporating stretches as an opportunity for me to stretch as well. And then just slowly work up the leg. And I like to do this 3 times. If you feel unstable, I sometimes will also come up onto the table with both, but always make sure your client knows that you're getting on the table. And these type of stretches can be incorporated for Thai massage on the floor. And then get down and release the leg down. And I like to give a gentle pull, kind of pull the hip out of the socket a little bit, relieves pressure. And when I'm done with doing stretches, I like to add a little compression. And then gently press the foot down. This will stretch straight up through the leg here. And then you'll do the same thing on the other side. Gently bend the leg. Remember to communicate with the client, let them relax into you. I like to use the crook of my arm, so I'm not like really holding the weight, the arm is doing it, and I just step into it. So your body should be doing a warrior 1 lunge, basically. And you have the option of like doing more movement, so you can like inhale as the leg's coming out, exhale as you stretch in towards the chest there. And you can do this a few times instead of just doing static holding. This is an opportunity to just listen closely to your client's breathing and follow the pattern of their breath. And slowly drop it out to the side. So as you notice on the other side, I did more of a static hold. And here we're just doing a little bit more of a movement. And as you do the stretches all throughout, make sure you just check in every so often with your client to see how they're doing, or pay very close attention to their facial expressions or drop it like the leg, so it's a figure 4. We'll do the compressions. And you will have your own type of massage routine that you can just take any of these stretches and find a way to incorporate them right in, so they feel natural and they flow with your already existing style. And as you can see, sometimes I like to just put some compression and rest and just slide right up. You'll find some of these moves work even better when you're actually in the massage and you have the use of oil and whatnot. And then one more time. And you may notice that one side is tighter than the other on the client. And that's always very, very normal. So you may not be able to go as far into a stretch. So just be aware of that. And then stretch the leg up. Remember, there'll be a slight bend in the knee, don't force it. And always keep in mind too that these stretches might not be something you can incorporate in, and if it's hurting your body, don't do it. And you place the foot down, step up onto the table, and gently pull. This will relieve some pressure in the hips. And all of these stretches can be done, on the floor as well if you're doing any stretching on your clients. And step down and gently release the leg. Stretch the top of the foot up through the shins. They'll feel a stretch. Pull on the leg and take both and just lean back. So you're using your client's weight just to lean back. And now we'll do some upper body stretches that you can do with the client supine. So I gently just grab onto the wrists and gently pull back. So I'm leaning my weight back. So the difference is here's pulling, here's gently leaning. You can see the difference on how the client's head moves and shoulders and how my body mechanics are. Slowly take the arm up. And gently stretch it back. They will feel a nice good stretch through the side body. And then you're going to cross. This sometimes can feel tricky when you first learn how to do it, but it can flow, just like a dance. Treat your stretching like a dance. And if you want to get creative or you want to enhance this, I sometimes pull with one hand, reach and grab underneath the shoulder blade and pull a little bit more. You can let the client know that they won't fall off the table. You've got them. Some people will come so far off the table that their head will be hanging off. Just depends on people's flexibility. And then as you release it down, you're coming up to the top of the table and gently pulling on the arm. And then I like to do a little bit of movement here, get the joints moving. And I do that 3 or 4 times. And then I have the client place their palm flat on the table. Interlock my fingers, lift and pull. And lift and pull. And you can work down like this and lift and pull. And then slide up underneath, gently pull. back, opening up that side body when you're doing that. And then the arm goes straight up. So you think of, you're lifting it right out of the shoulder and planting it straight back down. You're not jerking like this. See the difference between my arms doing this and doing this. You can do that 1, 2, or 3 times, whatever feels good. And then gently pull the arm so it's back at your side. A few compressions here. And then we work to the other side. As I'm transitioning, I like to kind of open up the chest a little bit with some compressions. And we work to the other side. And we do that same thing. Gently pull on the arm. Go up overhead. Just lean my weight back. Across the body. As always here, you can just grasp it in one hand, reach across to get underneath that shoulder blade a little bit, and pull a little bit more. Come back around, get some rotation in here. 3 to 4 times. Client place the palms flat, interlock fingers and lift and pull. This is almost a little bit of both a stretch and a compression as I'm pulling on and squeezing the tricep muscles. And slide up under. And always be conscious that maybe your client can't reach their arm back like this, so just skip that stretch or find a different way to incorporate it. And you'll lift up, down, and gently pull the arm. Sometimes I like to even grab right here and even out the shoulders, and then some compressions up the arm. And then I like to do a crisscross with my arms and open up that chest. It's a nice little stretch through the chest. And release. And then we head up to the neck. So a few stretches for up in the neck and shoulder area. One very easy one is just slide your fingers right up underneath the back of the neck and gently just pull. This creates a traction feeling, and a lot of clients describe it as they feel like their kind of head is, the pressure has been releasing from their spine by taking the head off. Okay, we can keep that in, that was funny. So anyway, you can gently pull on that. To me, it always feels like you can take a deep breath because it feels better. We get so much tension behind the back of our neck. Then you can gently turn the client's head, and you're holding the head with one hand, and then you're going to slowly just press with the flat of your hand into the shoulder, and it'll create a stretch through the side of the neck. And you really want to encourage your client to relax their head so it almost feels heavy in your hand. You will find when you're doing stretches, a lot of clients want to help you, but there's time for that. Like you can ask them to engage a certain muscle, but these type of stretches, I want to be doing all the work for them. It should be a very relaxed state. And then you rotate to the other side and place the hand underneath there, holding that head gently and pressing with the other. Yeah, and you can decide how long to hold these types of stretches. It may vary depending on a client's needs. They may come in and have so many issues with the neck and shoulders, and doing a lot of this passive stretching or holding can help, and have them do their part of deep breathing in and out, like focusing on the area you're stretching. Another one of my real favorites is, and people will feel the stretch from the back of their neck, sometimes all the way down to their sacrum, is just gently lifting the head till you've hit the point where the client says is enough. So let me know when you've had enough. So she can go quite far. Some people can go a little farther, some will be a little less. You just have them continue to deep breathe in and out. And you're just there holding the space and holding the stretch for them. And then lowering it down. And then one final one I like to use, and I don't do this one that often, it kind of depends on what's going on with the client. Sometimes you'll see when we do this, it's kind of like the head hanging off the table. It helps relax everything and just kind of lengthens it out. So you're gonna ask the client to scoot towards you so their head falls off the table. And I have my hands on their head while they're doing it, so they're aware. So just a tiny bit more. There we go. And you just let it fall down. Sometimes you can go even farther than this, like the person can scoot up more so their head is hanging there, but you're kind of holding it. And I like to do some movements. And this will stretch through the neck, the head, and it just kind of gets the energy flowing in the opposite direction too. Sometimes I'll even do the head massage from here. But always, if the client's like, wait a minute, this doesn't feel good, immediately don't stop, don't do it, or try to adjust it into a different way, because this can feel very different. And I like to take the head, pull gently down, and then I have the client scoot back towards their feet again so their head is on the table. And I like to end with this so their head's on the table. You don't want to leave them there with the hanging. So, and gently pull the traction like we did before. And press out on the shoulders. And then release. And thank you so much for joining me today. And if you'd like to see more massage videos, you can see my series on Wellness Plus. If you're local to Austin, head on over to jadenelson.net and book yourself a massage. And I hope you have a lovely day, and I'm always rooting for your health.
With hundreds of videos that you can stream on virtually any device to help you reduce stress, lose weight, or just improve your health and well-being overall. At wellnessplus.tv, we are dedicated to helping you on your health and wellness journey. Join wellnessplus.tv to find hundreds of videos to help you improve the health of your body and your mind. wellnessplus.tv. Get well, feel better.